Okay, apparently I'm live here on YouTube. Don't know if I'm doing anything or somebody's watching. Not sure if it's going to Patreon. I'm just going to flick to Patreon and see if anything's happening in there. And no. So I don't know. I don't know where the links have gone and what has happened. A bit sad. Never mind. I'm going to continue because I do have one in the audience, and that could well be someone in YouTube. Could also be someone in Patreon. I have no idea, but say hello if it is. Only my subscribers in YouTube and those in Patreon can make a comment. So everybody else, sorry, no comments available. And trying to see the comments in the other one, and it's just not coming up. So poo. Let's talk solar eclipse because I'm over this thing. But what this was about was getting brave. So I really felt this morning that they were like, okay, you got to figure this live stream thing out with Patreon and YouTube. You got it all happening, right? I've got this website. If you haven't figured this shit out yet, I am not a tech-savvy person. And in fact, it freaks the F out of me to start trying to do these things. And before you all start going, hey, get a helper, I don't have that kind of trust. So here we are in my solar eclipse gateway, trying to learn to not have to try and do it all by myself, and yet at the same time, not really feeling I can trust everybody else, that I want to throw myself into this tech world and figure things out. So I do things my own way. I will get somebody that I know to help me, probably Tash, she'll know how to do this. And we'll be all savvy with it. But in the meantime, solar eclipse right now is about being brave. We are really facing some big stuff, and it isn't just big stuff out there. Sure, the world is going to get a bit cray-cray. The world already is cray-cray, right? If you focus on it long enough, it's absolutely nuts. But hello, everybody that feels normal and is following the matrix, they're all out there looking at us going, well, you're nuts, all right? Why can't you even figure out the tech stuff, Megan? Right? Because I live in another world. I don't operate this way. This is not my current way of being. My current way of being is in the flow of my spirit, in the flow of my own light. So that's where we're stepping. This whole portal, come gateway, whatever you want to call this solar eclipse month or so, is a step across a threshold into what is already the new age. It has already begun, and into a part of yourself that is more in presence, more in your own way. And so I was sitting with it this morning, and they were like, try this this afternoon. See if you can do this Patreon thing. My stomach churned. I was like, oh my God, why do I feel like this? And there was something around permission. Now, whose permission? I have no idea, but it's that permission that's part of this ego, but also something spiritual. So part of the ego is, oh, do I have permission to be a person speaking, right? Do I have a permission to talk spiritual stuff, to talk anything? Do I have permission to be that kind of person? And I'm from a generation that this is all new to. I was in high school, we didn't have computers, right? I was the last. We didn't have this. I learned on a typewriter and I was the last. And then the next year in came computers, right? When I left school. So I didn't get this stuff. I didn't get the bravery of this is my normal. And if I relate that to the spiritual pathway that so many of us have been traveling, we haven't felt like this is our normal because we've been made to feel like it isn't, because it hasn't been for so long. It doesn't exist, right? Computers in my age did not exist, didn't know what it was, right? We just had Atari, and my brother, a few years younger than me, played that. I didn't play it. Don't know what it was, right? It was at the beach, hanging out with my friends, doing roller skating. Yay! So, this whole thing of being on top of your game, feeling like you don't have permission unless you're being a business entrepreneur and you're putting out your money and your time and your effort, either with others too. Oh, well, your problem is, love, you don't trust everybody. You haven't got a team. You haven't done whatever. It goes against my grain as well. Not to not have a team, But to have a team that doesn't sit in the picture of 5D plus, oneness, the reasoning we're all coming together in our greater experience. So one of the big things that I think, and this is my own opinion, right? This is how I'm feeling. This is what came to me, was there were 4 major things we're going into here. And there are probably 4 major learning curves that we're all doing. But there was a real release in the fact that I wrote here, giving yourself permission, right? Giving myself permission to, just eradicate the page, right? Hello. Oh, there I am. You probably saw me the whole time, but I put my little piece of paper up there and wiped the bloody mouse away. See what I mean? I just aren't savvy. I aren't professional. I ain't professional. I cannot be that way, right? I have to do things my way. And it's an authentic way, I suppose, because it's in my mess, right? It's in my mess. Give myself permission to be messy. Give myself permission to be dumb. Give myself permission to not actually be able to do this. Give myself permission to have a break from this concept of being a business, making money, being of value, right? I don't need to be of value here, but I need to give myself permission to speak. If I want to express, if I want to speak, and there's a part of me that's terrified to do that. That's that spiritual part. So there's this letting go of old memories, releasing old memories. Very, very physical at the moment, very cellular, because the more we release these memories, the more this natural frequency of self that is coming through. It's time, your new age, your new self, your new way. It's not new. It's your original. It's your OG, right? It's your OG. This is your original gangster. This is who you are supposed to be right now. This is who you are supposed to be in this very moment, in this life. And my phone's pinging. It's probably some of my lovely girlfriends saying, it's not working. Maybe they are, maybe they aren't. I don't know. It doesn't matter. I'll throw this up later. It's not live, but it's live for me right now. I'm feeling alive because I'm stepping into something. Yeah, I blew it. Didn't figure this live crap out. Didn't figure out how to put it into Patreon as well. Don't know. Tried twice. Went, oh my God, this is not working. You know what? Just talk your stuff. Just talk your stuff. Give yourself permission to do it. And as far as those old memories go, whatever that was churning up in me about spiritually speaking up. Now, this goes back through eons of me. This is universal parts of me, parts of everybody else, parts of what we've done, what we haven't done, galactically, right? Not just this life, not just human. All parts of our DNA have this thing of memory that needs to be released, stuff that is not relevant anymore. We're releasing practically an entire skin suit to let forward this new vibration or this high vibration, this OG being, right? That's all part and parcel of what is happening. And you are going next level right now, wherever you are in your stage of this. And guess what? All because you might be just waking up now doesn't mean you aren't going to leap and bound this. You had a different set of reasonings, a different way of putting it all together. But the point of the thing is, it's happening now. The lights are coming in, the lights on high, as I call them. All the galactics are here. It's time to clean up the playground. This playground is ready to be cleaned up. And now we're going to clean up this playground, right? Because this DNA has been holding this crap for so long, right? We've been rebuilding from this same DNA with all its missing parts, with all its distortions, with all its galactic natures in us. Natural forms like stone and water and elementals and nature itself, plants. We are a part of it. This is the oneness, the stardust that we are, right? The crystals, everything that we are making peace with it, and we are coming back to our version of it. And we're sort of creating a high vibe part to work in this new world now. And so coming together in whatever way is bringing our part to the party right now. It's not who I was. It's not who I'm going to be. It's who I am right now in this moment. Streaming live to nowhere. I don't care. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if I'm putting this up 2 hours later, 5 days later, oh, missed the solar eclipse, sorry. No, whatever is important will be found. And if it isn't, guess what the most important thing is right now? Me speaking, expressing, just freeing myself in a liberated way and not going into failure mode, not going into, oh, I missed it, I buggered it up. I don't care. You know what? It doesn't matter. In this moment, this is where it is. Oh, so I was like, okay, what's this solar eclipse about? And I got 4 things. That's what my fingers were about. I'm getting ahead of myself. 4 things, right? 4 things that we needed to really adopt and step into. So as we step over the threshold, for us here, it's middle of the night stuff. For up north, northern hemisphere, it's whatever time frames for you guys, whatever, whoever, wherever. Okay, we're in this tunnel of expression, and what is part of this is I had to have my little what am I tuning into? Increasing your paranormal abilities. Now normally I would say psychic abilities, but I was like, paranormal abilities, what's paranormal mean? Google. Right, and I was led to para is a prefix and has many meanings, including alongside of, beside, near, resembling, beyond, apart from, and abnormal. Hey, is there really such a thing as abnormal, or just an entire mix of normal? Normal for the moment too. I don't know. Anyway, so the example they gave was that parathyroid glands are adjacent to the thyroid. Okay. So it was interesting because I was like, paranormal, okay, what's the other things? And I probably have to put my glasses on here, which I've lost in the mix of everything. No, not on my head. No. Paranormal as in supernatural. Gotta find my glasses. Good breath. Here we go. Probably behind me fell off my head in all of this excitement. Okay. Supernatural, paranormal abilities, supernatural, right? Denoting an event such as telekinetic, telekinetic. Yeah, you got it. Clairvoyance and the like, right? And you know all the weird shit that goes on, like the walls talking, whatever it is. I see the trees and I see them change shape. And today it's been very lion, and I've been getting very much a lot about the Lyrian experience, right? So lions in my trees, in the bushes, where the branches and the leaves and the light and the sky and the shade all create these looks to my eye and brain of a lion's or whatever else I'm seeing. So to me, that's quite supernatural for me to be seeing nature, not looking as trees anymore, right? But it's an alteration in our ability, our normality, right? The ability to see beyond. Here it is, paranormal. The main reason is beyond the scope of normal scientific understandings or the current knowings. Okay, beyond your current knowings, here we go, increasing your paranormal abilities beyond your current knowings, beyond your ability as a human into supernatural experience, right? Yay, isn't that what we want in the new age? Well, certainly what I want. I'm not scared of that stuff anymore. I'm like, bring it on. Let's really get involved with all these spirit beings that we've been tuning into, that we are aware of, and these abilities that we'll have to move stuff and know stuff and change things up and not see life in the black and white version that it is, in the basic version or the so-called normal version or the matrix version or whatever version you're looking at right now that you want to change up. Where do you want to go with that? 4th thing, and I had to really sit with this for a little while. I was like, there's a 4th thing. I know there's a 4th thing. What is it? And it was restoring connections and alliances to the beyond, the many in spirit. I guess that's what I just said. Hey, I want to start connecting with them, right? Now, that's my take on things, right? This is what we're stepping through right now. This is what you're shedding right now. This is what you're opening up to. And it may be a little bit disorientating. You might find yourself going, oh my God, I can't quite pick this up. I can't quite understand what's happening with me. And you may not, because you've done so much work. You're just ready to slam this shit down, right? Let's get brave. Let's do it. Yeah, let's go. Let's nail-bitingly, weirdly do this crappy tech shit, right? So that we can be there for each other, so we can talk. And hey, oh my God, there's people here. Yay! Hello, darlings. So I've got some Patreons here and now. So many energies around. Thanks, Di. Thanks, Tash. So good to have you guys here. Somehow I connected. I don't know what happened. Somewhere it's working on Patreon for you guys to get in there, I gather, unless you're on YouTube. You can tell me that later. Fill me in with all the details of how this works later. Have I got anything else to say about this? Okay, so Spirit's words. I can feel them flushing up my legs right now. You know, the whole goosies. Woohoo, champagne. Let's see. So they're just saying we want you to be in yourself. Follow that right now. From this moment forward, be in yourself, particularly over these next few days, knowing that you kind of might have a few pulls, or things might seem a little bit odd around you, or a bit antagonistic, or whatever is arising. Just stay in yourself, knowing you are shifting through something. You are opening up to those four, giving yourself permission, releasing your old memories, increasing your paranormal abilities, and restoring connections and alliances to the beyond, the many in spirit. So that's my version. Is that your version? I mean, they're fairly broad. You can have your own experiences in this. So, you know, stay in yourself. What else is happening for you within yourself and how it feels for you right now? Help each other along. Speak to one another. Stay with one another as much as possible across not just this time frame, but the many of the roller coaster year we are in. There will be plenty of times where you are feeling a little bit lost and a little bit what is going on. And at the same time, there's going to be some excitements, and you want to share that with people. You want to share the weird and the wonderful, and go down that path too. And then on top of that is this sense of bravery. You are bringing forward that original gangster for a reason, to get brave, and that could be sharing in all sorts of ways. So let go of a lot of the concepts. That's some of the stripping down of these old memories. A lot of the concepts that we think we should be acting like this, or behaving like that, or involved in this, or doing it that way, or that this way, or whatever. Remember, spirit has your back. If people are supposed to find you, they'll find you. If you're supposed to bump into people, or things are supposed to happen, they'll happen. If things aren't meant to happen, guess what? They won't happen. And part of that is your own paranormal ability. You are starting to play with this technology and stopping things from working. So it's not the normal anyways, right? There are things that are working when it shouldn't be working. Whoa, how did that happen? There are leaps in time. There are weird and wonderful experiences going on. So let's just keep talking them. Let's keep playing in them, and just stay in yourself. And you'll understand what that means when you just keep going. Okay, things are happening. Brains are wanting to go, whatever. My body's getting all freaked out, or these people are acting like this. Stay in yourself. Be in yourself. That's what they keep saying. And they're with you. They're always with you, and you'll feel it and know it even more. Be open to that. Cool. Solar eclipse. Bring it on. Okay, thank you. Thank you for hanging in there with me, being in my crazies. Love you guys. See ya. I'm going to end the stream. Woo, I think that's the right thing to do.